Dollar. Dirt on money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yep, what's good, original crew, man? We're back. We have 6 most disturbing abandoned building encounters caught on camera. Would you ever go into an abandoned building? Especially at night.
No. Not at nighttime.
She like, I honestly, with the abandoned building things, that those type of videos that be going around on YouTube, I think those stuff be fake.
Yeah.
Personally, me myself, I'd be like, and then when people be like, they're live streaming, bro, it can't be fake, man. They can stage anything, be like where you.
I still have this one like embedded in my head. I cannot remember.
What was the dude? The top 5. I can't remember, dude. You remember the Noose top 5? That's what does reason why I kind of stopped wanting to react to those, because those just felt too fake and staged, bro. But we're gonna check to see what this one is, man. Hopefully these don't feel as staged, but hey, you never know, man. You ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
But before we get into it, make sure you check out the links in the description box
down below.
You already know where to go if you want to first support. All you have to do is check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's visuals,
lock it in with a thumbs up.
We're highly appreciate it. But let's go. Let's check it out. Let's see what's about you. Oh, let's get shit. My bad.
Urbex Hill is one of the most popular urban exploration channels on YouTube, featuring raw footage from YouTuber Chris Hill's visits to a lot of the more extreme abandoned buildings in the US. From abandoned mental hospitals to decommissioned military facilities, Chris explores all of it, but specifically places that a lot of even the more extreme explorers wouldn't visit, at least not at night and alone like Chris always does. In January 2023, he uploaded footage of his visit to the now abandoned Paul Revere Elementary School in Cleveland. After almost a century of use, the school was permanently closed in 2015 due to declining enrollment numbers. Although there are allegedly plans to turn the abandoned building into a housing complex, as of 2024, Paul Revere Elementary is still abandoned and in terrible shape. From the moment Chris walks inside, it's pretty clear that the place hasn't been used in years and has been severely damaged by the elements, vandals, and the passage of time. The bottom floors are all flooded, the walls are peeling, the structure doesn't seem too sound, and there's rust, random papers, books, and all kinds of debris lying everywhere. Throughout the video, you can see messages written in seemingly fresh chalk on some of the whiteboards, confirming that people have been in the building recently. This was actually Chris's second visit to Paul Revere Elementary. When he uploaded footage of his March 2022 visit to the school, several people in the comments mentioned they had either been students or teachers at the school and talked about how incredibly sad it was to see their beloved childhood school ruined by abandonment and lack of maintenance. A little after 10 minutes into the exploration, you can hear some sort of ruffling sound and other strange noises coming from somewhere in the schoolhouse.
What is that? Do you hear that? Nigga, I can hear you walking around on the glass.
That ain't part of his crew. Like, because
My
I'm not
thing
going
is-
there by myself, so I'm going to have somebody.
But nah, not even just that. Peep this, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's an abandoned building that you see that a lot of people have already also.
I'm pretty sure other people are going too.
You could have been like, what up, dude? He would have, what up, dude?
Because obviously they have, you know what I'm saying?
The hell you running for? Or, let's peep this as well. It's an abandoned building, right? It's Cleveland, Ohio, right? I don't know why. I just always think like big cities, especially in the states that where you typically have probably the more larger population, you possibly also have a large homeless population as well, right? When you think a big old abandoned building like that, that obviously nobody really comes to. Well, have some homeless people probably crashing in.
Mm-hmm.
So, especially at night, so you're deemed to run into somebody in a building like that, right?
Yeah.
So if you see another individual that obviously hear you walking around too, and you ain't number cracked glass everywhere, they probably, oh snap, they got a light. Come on, bro. What we running from? But I know somebody gonna be like, well, you never know what them people might been up to. You know, they could have been up to no good. You know, I'm not finna give a book on down though. Be like, hey, I'm strapped, bro.
Book it on down. Look, you startled me. I'm sorry. Where you going?
Somebody's here.
You there? They there.
As
They saw
Chris
your
turns
light.
a corner in the hallway, another person's flashlight can be seen shining down the hall. It looks to be just one person, who was likely either another urban explorer or a squatter. Still, at 1 a.m. in an abandoned building, it's obviously best to avoid drawing unwanted attention to yourself, especially when you don't know the other person's intentions, which is why Chris ultimately decided to run instead of making his presence known.
He got the light on.
Making sure to walk in the other direction.
How's that? Shut up. Shut up. How's he hiding when he got a light on and the other dude got a light on too? I'm gonna just follow your light. Eventually, you gonna turn it back on. Turn my light off.
Turn yours on. Turn mine up.
We're gonna play light tag in a minute, bro.
Direction to avoid running into anyone, he then heads to the library and explores the rest of the top floors. As he goes into the bathroom on the top floor, he has another encounter.
Good spot for a homeless person to hang out in the bathroom.
Somebody's in there.
Nigga, I'm finna go hang in the bathroom too. At least I got me a toilet and I got me a. That motherfucker pop his head around that corner.
What you said? Scoot over.
At the far end of the bathroom, what appears to be a human silhouette can be seen standing completely motionless. After the initial shock of the encounter, Chris draws his gun and goes back inside to confront the man.
And now the man ain't there no more. Oh, this fake as hell. If the man ain't there no more.
What if you pop around that corner?
Hold on, what the hell? Bro, hold on. How this motherfucker just fall over like that but jumped at your
I thought he
ass?
was about to run towards him. Maybe I gotta get on down.
Y'all are comical, man.
Look how he fell over.
That motherfucker said,
He said, drop to his knees.
Oh, it's a toy.
nigga, it ain't no... A toy ain't gonna just... Bro, I don't know why this is so comical, bro. A toy just ain't gonna leap out at you like that.
Out of me.
And it ain't gonna fall if it just been propped up.
As it turns out, the silhouette was actually a scary mannequin that somebody set up, probably to scare away visitors. What's most eerie is that even though we can't know for sure how long the mannequin had been standing there before the footage was shown, for some reason it fell forward just in time for Chris to see it, the most reasonable explanation being from the sound waves bouncing off the wall. Most people would have left as soon as they...
Them sound waves ain't that damn... Y'all need to understand. And I
Just in my head, I was like, so the mannequin been standing this whole time and all of a sudden it's falling.
I took physical music, bro. I had to study sound waves. And I had to... And that joint was very...
Ain't that strong, huh? Just from his voice alone?
No. The acoustics in this is not... No. It would have been failed.
Mm-hmm.
If all it take you...
And then what... And especially what it's standing on.
This man said the voice... His sound...
Maybe he just trying to,
Boy, shut up.
They saw the mannequin, but Chris continued to explore the rest of the school, seemingly unmoved by the horrifying experience he just went
Why you
through.
don't turn the camera that way so
Though
we can see
not
what's
before
in there?
clearing the entire rest of the bathroom. Sadly, some of the rooms in the school are filled with books, whiteboards, and other
Somebody
perfectly
ran out
usable
already.
materials that could have been donated to another school before the building was abandoned.
That is true.
But nobody seemed to care enough to give them away.
Now
all
that
those
that
books
part
and
is
stuff.
true. Remember
And
these
they're
old
just
projectors?
Yeah.
You know, projectors used to be like this. You'd be like,
Hey,
hey, I'm gonna do a bunny.
You don't like that type.
But you say I used to love going to get the projectors.
I used to love going to get the projectors.
Yeah, I know your school's a little down. We all the teachers had projectors in the room already. We ain't have to go get one.
They had their own assigned to them, but they wasn't just in the classroom. They had them
Ours
in the,
was
like
actually
extra
in the
room.
classroom.
Like, and they was assigned to each
But
teacher. But anyway.
anyways,
y'all
they
got no walls. But your school's a little boy bye. Anyway, but they
y'all had to merge.
That was after I graduated. They had nothing to do with me. Anyway, they had.
They ain't got no teachers, but anyway, they should have donated.
Not the battle of the schools, ghetto school. But anyway,
ghetto school.
Yeah. Anyway, but they.
Let's not talk about ghetto schools now.
But anyway, they could have definitely donated those books to like.
To other schools and the
schools.
whiteboards though.
Everything, all this stuff that was usable, like definitely. Like,
you know, like textbooks are hard to come by for real for a lot of people, and they be needing textbooks to be donated. Like, why we just sitting up here and letting? It's a lot of stuff, even shells.
Everything that was in
way
good
before
condition.
the school was abandoned. About half an hour into the visit, Chris climbs up to the roof, which in itself is pretty risky. Even if you don't care about getting caught by the cops, there's still a very high risk of the roof caving in, especially considering the state of the building when the footage was shot. Fortunately, he was able to climb down safely, but that's when a strange noise could be heard coming from the other end of one of the hallways.
Is it snowing?
The safe is still here. I wonder what's in it.
Nigga, if you that damn... Oh, that is a figure. Somebody else in there. But if you that damn scary, nigga, stay at home.
As Chris explores one of the rooms, a strange howl can be heard in the distance, and as he raises his camera, you can clearly see a shadow moving behind the door at the far end of the room. By this point, it's pretty clear that not only are multiple other people in the building with him, but now he's possibly being stalked.
Is he possibly not in here by himself, though? You know, it's a possibility he didn't come.
But my thing is, first of all, if I didn't come along, I'm not about to be that scared. Second of all,
for content purposes.
But right, and I was like, unless you're just doing it for content purposes. But my thing is, dude, if you that scared out, you would have left and went home when you first seen the first dude with the light or whatever the case. I would have went home, Jay. I wouldn't even been there.
What we pulling the gun out for? Cause we just, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I wouldn't even been.
You would have pulled the gun again here then.
Again, Chris draws his gun and prepares for an encounter, but he doesn't find anyone in any of the rooms. After this, he admits he's ready to call it a night and decides to head home, but not before this final encounter.
This place is weird as hell. Oh, here it is. This place is crazy. I remember the last time I explored it. Hello?
You better not go up there.
Ain't this man black?
Hello? What?
I heard in his vocals.
Okay, I know I heard somebody coming down these stairs. I'm out.
As he struggles to find his way out of the school, the sound of footsteps can be clearly heard on the stairway directly above Chris's head. But after running up and calling out to see if he gets a response, nobody acknowledges him. Luckily, he was able to walk away unharmed and has continued to upload videos of his visits to abandoned places pretty frequently. The Proper People is an urban exploration channel owned by Brian and Michael, two friends who travel the world in search of abandoned buildings. For the past 10 years that their channel has been active, Brian and Michael have built up a reputation for being a trustworthy channel that only uploads genuine footage of their explorations. In a niche of YouTube that's often plagued by cheap, fake footage from people trying to get their 15 minutes of fame, The Proper People has endured as one of the most reliable channels in the urbex space. They gained their fame from explorations of genuinely cool places instead of faking creepy encounters or anything of the such. In 2016, they uploaded a video of their nighttime visit to the Jemison Center in Northport, Alabama, often referred to as Old Bryce Hospital. From 1939 to 1977, the Jemison Center housed hundreds of psychiatric patients and acquired a reputation for treating them pretty harshly.
I would never step foot in an abandoned psychiatric facility. It's a psych ward, bro. What the hell we going in here for? Hell, you might walk around in there and just hear somebody. Ah!
What they do?
You said what?
I need to put you in one.
Nah, I need to put your crazy ass in one. You know, but you get what I'm saying,
Yeah,
though?
facts though. And at
Often
night,
referred to as the creepiest building in
you see?
Alabama, Old Bryce was closed in the late
I
70s
go in the
and
daytime.
has since been reclaimed by nature and become a hotspot for urban explorers from all over the world. As Michael and Brian approach the location in their car, there doesn't seem to be anyone around, and after driving around the grounds for a while, the two YouTubers get out of their vehicle to begin exploring, settling on the basement as the first area to explore. After more than 4 decades of abandonment, the entire complex is almost completely destroyed, and while some of the walls are completely covered in all kinds of graffiti, some of them aren't even there anymore. With the state of disrepair of the Jemison Center, there's always a chance that the structure could collapse on itself and trap Brian and Michael inside. But as they go up the stairs to explore the top floor, it becomes clear that an unsound structure is the least of their worries.
Whoa, look at this. Look at this staircase out here. Oh. There's somebody there.
No way.
Yes.
Did you see somebody?
you know, I can't see good, but let me see one more time.
Girl, we right here in front of the monitor.
I
You
didn't
got
see
4
nobody.
eyes helping you.
Maybe let me open them up. Hold on.
Look at this staircase out here.
Now let's examine. Do I see anybody? Unless you talking about right here or something, somebody standing right here. Oh, but also, let's just say, okay, they might have not. Or what we talking about right here?
I was looking right there, but I was like, that's just like a light or something.
Or reflection of something because your light is.
Oh, right here. Unless you're talking about right here.
What is there?
Right here?
There ain't shit there.
I don't know. I don't see nothing.
All I see is trees and limbs. Unless you want to say, but you trying to vouch for them. You don't know what people might become.
Who, me?
No, I'm talking about
Oh.
the dude that did the video. You never know what people might become. Like desperate
Maybe I
to
guess
do for views, or maybe their
Yeah.
views are getting low. Say, hey, we need some type of shock value for the channel.
Yeah, I feel you.
Or you never know what people might. Bro, it's a YouTuber. Literally, I never thought when he came out and said he faked the whole divorce. I said, you faked the whole divorce. Talking about some, it was a time when YouTubers was getting a lot of popularity for having these couple beefs and going through these, because that was when YouTube was really pushing all the drama and stuff.
But
so
you just never
I decided
know.
to fake. Your whole channel, and your wife ain't even part of your channel. Your whole life ain't even part of the channel. He was like, man, I had to fake it, try to get views too, man. I had to telling people I was going through a divorce, going home. We actually happy. I'm out here looking for places to live, but knowing I wasn't moving nowhere. He was like, it was just for YouTube entertainment. People get desperate sometimes for views, bro.
Yeah.
So you never know what people might end up doing. But I don't see nothing.
I don't see nothing either.
I don't
So
see
let's
nothing.
see what they see.
There's somebody there.
No way.
Yes. See their light. They're out there. I swear on my life. Right there.
Right where, nigga? It's dark.
I hear him.
Should I say hello?
Yeah.
There's somebody.
You talking about you see a light. We don't see a light. Then you say, should I say hello? Then you turn your light on. And why she gonna say, I see their light again?
They out there. Let's go back to the car. This way. If it's somebody wanting to talk to us.
Let's go to the car now.
Oh yeah.
I'm really trying to see what they
As
see.
the camera pans to the window, the outline of a person holding up a light can be seen on the staircase on the opposite side of the
that's
building.
What it was.
Disturbingly, as soon as the uploaders turn off their light, the other person does the exact same thing, indicating they were watching and didn't want to be spotted.
Or they were doing the same thing and then noticed somebody else's camera.
I'm like,
All
I see
this
a
stuff could
light,
be
but
debunked, bro.
I'm in a light. I don't know,
All
child.
this stuff could be debunked. They probably saw somebody else with a light and they was like, oh, Somebody else could be trying to shoot some footage there too. You ain't the only person pulling up to an abandoned spot. Some people park miles away and walk.
Yeah.
Chillingly, if you rewind the footage to when the YouTubers arrived at the top floor, you can clearly see a light outside the window frame, but it's unclear if the light was coming from the same person who was watching them. After calling out and receiving no response, Brian and Michael decide to go back to their car to avoid getting jumped or worse. It's hard to know what exactly the intentions of the other person were, but what's even more disturbing is the fact that there were no other cars in the area when they arrived and when they left, which means that whoever was there had arrived on foot and probably been there for a while. Ridgely Hospital was a women's psychiatric hospital in Lancaster, UK that operated for almost 100 years from 1916 to 2013. Famous for being one of the first psychiatric hospitals in the UK that fought for the humane treatment of mentally ill patients, Ridgely Hospital housed thousands of patients and used modern treatment methods such as electroconvulsion therapy to help patients with a range of disorders, from severe depression to obsession to mania. In April 2022, YouTuber Exploring with Tom visited the site with 3 of his friends in the middle of the night.
He said what year? He said what year?
Exploring with Tom visited the site with 3 of his friends in the middle of the night. Throughout their visit,
hold on, my bad, y'all.
To obsession to mania. In April 2022, YouTuber Exploring with Tom visited the site with 3 of his friends in the middle of the night. Throughout their visit, they were extremely loud and not aware of their surroundings, which is obviously not the best idea when exploring an abandoned building. Keep in mind that most of these abandoned buildings are still considered government property, which makes it illegal to trespass and explore the grounds.
That's true.
Still, if you disturb a hostile squatter's home by being obnoxiously loud, getting arrested would probably be the least of your worries.
True.
We're not scared of you.
Yeah, well, I am scared of you. I think someone is here out, to be honest with you. What the?
After hearing some strange noises coming from one of the rooms, the 4 explorers call out to see if there's anyone in the building, and this is where things get a little disturbing.
What? Be careful. There's someone there. Someone there. Just like, see what it is. It might need help.
Hello? Hello? What? Go! Everyone okay? Everyone okay? Keep calm. Man! What the Don't hurry up! Get out! What do you want? He's right there! What
the world?
As soon as one of the teenagers calls out, a man can be heard screaming from inside the room. Without thinking twice, Tom and his friends make a run for it back to their car, but
hold the hell on. I'm debunking everything tonight. It's a group of us, right? Mm-hmm. Possibly one of him, right?
You said possibly what?
One of him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's jump that fool. What, you ain't finna run up on us? Why not? If it's one of him, it looks like it's about 4 or 5. You ain't finna have us running. Yo, you one person. You finna have all of us running. What's up, fool? We deep.
That's why you need to be at home.
No.
Not you about to jump
and
somebody.
And in the UK, okay, y'all can't have no guns. All right, cool. Damn. Well, I saw the video of this dude get arrested with a knife on him, so I don't know what y'all can carry. What can y'all carry in the UK? If you need to carry... Well, it has a pepper spray on you, so can y'all carry pepper spray? Bear spray? Make your ass fool. Back up. Keep a distance. So, man, you ain't finna have me and my boys running.
Maybe they were running.
They running, bruh.
They scared.
And then he talking about he at the car. It looked like they was inside the car.
Maybe he's screaming. He's scared. Go home.
Man gonna piss himself, bro.
It's not for
but
you.
Disturbingly, the man isn't satisfied with just scaring them out of the building and ends up chasing them all the way to their car. It's unknown who the man was or what he wanted from them, but one of the theories that's been echoing in the comments is that he was probably a homeless person who got upset at the amount of noise Tom and his friends were making. It's probably not too pleasant to have 4 rowdy teenagers burst into the abandoned building you call your home and start yelling, laughing, and swearing. But still, it's good they were able to get away unharmed.
Y'all shaky, man. Y'all running from one person.
In 2006, a 36-year-old man named Vincent Filya was living in the woods as a fugitive near Lugoff, South Carolina, after being accused of abusing his stepdaughter. In September of that same year, he saw a 14-year-old girl named Elizabeth Schoaf getting off the school bus and decided to abduct her. Posing as a police officer, Filya arrested Schoaf on a supposed marijuana charge and led her to his hideout in the middle of the woods. For 10 days, Elizabeth was chained up and abused by Filya in the underground bunker beneath the hideout in what can only be described as a nightmare come true. Still, the girl was extremely resilient throughout the whole ordeal and came up with a plan to escape from the horrifying situation she found herself in. If she wanted to escape, Elizabeth knew that she had to get Vincent to like her. For several days, she pretended to be in love with Filya, and eventually the kidnapper lowered his guard, even unchaining her and allowing her to play games on his phone. One night, while Vincent was sleeping, the teenager got a hold of his phone and sent a text to her mom saying she was in a hole across the Charm Hill, that there was a bomb, and to call the police. As it was later revealed, Filya had planned to draw in as many people as possible to the bunker to detonate a bomb and take the lives of the responding officers. However, he never managed to carry out his plan. For just a few minutes later, the area was surrounded by helicopters and he was forced to surrender.
Wow.
To make a long story short, Elizabeth was able to move on with her life, and the monster named Vincent Filya spent the rest of his life in prison, where he died in 2021 in his cell. In December 2023, a YouTuber named Big Banks visited the abandoned hideout where the terrifying crime took place.
Wow.
Have you ever heard of that?
No, but
she looked familiar.
But I remember it was kind of similar, but Criminal Minds kind of did like a similar
little case.
Yeah.
But she looks familiar, but
she does look familiar though.
Immediately upon entering the house, the uploader finds something extremely disturbing.
I think this was the little girl's backpack that was left here.
Say that, though.
What a sad sight to see, knowing that happened.
A little girl's backpack can be seen on the floor outside the kitchen. Although it's impossible to confirm if it belonged to...
I can't remember what year he said, but only reason why this backpack doesn't look that bad.
Yeah.
And if he recently passed and stuff and he been locked up for a little while, that backpack would have looked...
What's his name?
Vincent something. I can't remember. And this broom actually looks very new too.
It does. And the vacuum cleaner.
And I'll say this. For you visit the spot, right?
Yeah.
Don't y'all think other people will visit as well? And you got sickos who will bring a little girl backpack and... You know what I'm saying? So ain't no telling. Only person who can tell you if that was her backpack or not is her.
Facts.
So I won't necessarily say this is her backpack.
Like all of that would have been collected.
Well,
possibly.
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 If it is her backpack, they would have collected it for evidence.
Yeah.
So I won't necessarily say that. That's a reach.
Possibly they would have collected it for evidence if.
Yeah, that was a reach though.
To Elizabeth Schoaf, it is possible that it was planted there after the crime by somebody else. As he explores the living room, the uploader finds more creepy stuff, including a DVD of the horror movie The Strangers, a Halloween decoration next to one of the couches, a shank, a broken baseball bat, and a ripstick. Obviously, the fact that these items were left behind is much more disturbing when you consider the history of the house.
I think somebody may just be...
Yeah, other people are visiting that house, and y'all don't understand how many weird sicko people are out here in the world that also fantasize about these crimes and these killers. The more we publicize them, it's kind of like putting them on a pedestal, and other people are will come around and start praising them.
This happened in 2006.
Oh, it happened in 2006. But other people, he said it. He said when it had happened. I can't remember. But other people, the backpack would have been way more dirtier than that. Just over time, it would have corroded. It had bugs would have came. It would have had little spiders would chew through and all this stuff. The broom looked fresh. It would have had dirt. Like, people come here and it'd be sicko people. They bring shanks. They bring stuff.
All type of stuff.
Some people
probably spend a night and all type of
somebody stuff. Probably looks up to this man.
There's no telling.
Because you know how many, even Criminal Minds used to show like how there would be, which is true, there would be people who have never got caught for their crime or have gotten caught for their crime. People study those and become obsessed with them and then want to continue their crimes, and they start fantasizing about them and want to become them and stuff like that. Stuff like that happen for real though.
Yeah.
It's heartbreaking to imagine that some of the toys lying around the floor possibly belonged to the girl that Vincent Fillion had stolen. Throughout the rest of the house, several objects and pieces of furniture, including the bed in the main room, look like they were placed there much later than 2006. It's possible that the house was occupied by squatters, but because it was empty at the time the footage was shot, it's impossible to know what belonged to Fillion, his common-law family, his victim, and the squatters.
True.
Thankfully, after being reunited with her family in 2006, Elizabeth went on to live a fruitful life, and the man who committed the heinous crime against her paid the price for it. Holton Avenue is a notoriously creepy abandoned street in Cleveland, Ohio. In 1913, the first Hungarian Baptist church was built on that street, eventually falling into disuse and being left abandoned like the rest of the buildings on that street. In April 2016, the body of a woman named Jessica Coleman was found there after she went missing, but unfortunately her attacker was never found. In July 2023, Chris Hill went to the location to record footage of the abandoned church, as well as the rest of the buildings on Holton Avenue. From disturbing graffiti to broken glass and peeling walls, the church checks every box you would expect from a creepy, abandoned building. As he ventures into the basement, Chris finds signs that someone else had been inside the church, including an action figure of Melvin the giraffe from Madagascar that he mentions he doesn't remember seeing the last time he visited the location. Knowing that he's often not alone during his explorations, Chris set up several cameras throughout the church, and about 10 minutes into the exploration, one of the cameras on the main floor captures something pretty creepy.
That's weird. What's upstairs?
Obviously, doors don't just randomly shut themselves, and as it wasn't particularly windy that night, it's clear that someone was in the church with Chris. But after looking around for a bit, he can't find anyone in the church and decides to head back outside to explore the rest of the buildings on Holton Avenue. If the church was in a messed up state, some of the houses are even worse, with most of them looking like they could collapse at any second. Around half an hour into the visit, he decides to explore one of the most dilapidated houses on the block, and as he's in the basement, the exploration takes a scary turn.
It actually looks like it's just underneath the house. It's not really a basement. Still creepy.
Sound like somebody in there though. Bro, oh shit, I paused at the wrong time. Bro, y'all be, when y'all do be going into these abandoned homes and stuff, y'all do know y'all, like, there's people, there are plenty
like, you're
of
not the
people.
only one that know that this is abandoned, like, street, side of town, whatever the case may be. Like, other people know this stuff, especially other people in the city. You know what I'm saying?
And homeless people that say they just need a roof.
They just need something. They looking for something. Whether it's something they can go out and say, like anything, you know?
The curtain pulled there, though. Yeah,
sorry. I didn't know nobody lived there.
It's a home, bro.
It smelled like I knew somebody was in there.
As he's exploring the basement, a sound can be heard coming from the ground floor, and when he goes back up to find out what it is, a person pulls back the curtain. Immediately apologizing, Chris runs back out to the street, and that's when he realizes that despite the horrible state of the supposedly abandoned house, there was actually someone living in there with electricity. Clearly most, if not all of the abandoned buildings on the block were housing people now who didn't want him there, something he never encountered on his first visit. And with this newfound discovery, Chris called it a night. In February 2020, urban explorer Ridham Ryder explored an abandoned house at an undisclosed location with his exploration partner Zay Clark. According to Ridham, the house used to belong to an old woman who had passed away. In complete contrast to most abandoned houses, most of the woman's possessions had been left untouched, indicating that the house had not yet fallen prey to looters and squatters who often take things that aren't theirs. All throughout the house, the two explorers find everything from beautiful tableware and silverware to ornately woven tapestry.
People have been in there. They just don't know the value of things. This right here is valuable. That what's called the little tea stuff, valuable. The China ware, but all this stuff is valuable. A lot of people just don't know the value of it. Some of this possibly could be instead of the stuff that's actually turning, but some of this could actually be real silver that could be melted down and for some money. You never know, but you could tell people been in there going through stuff and ransack and trying to find something. They just don't know what's actually truly valuable.
And a fully equipped bar. Based on the calendars they found in the house, the property hadn't been occupied since August 2018. Just a few minutes into the visit, Ridham and Zay find something incredibly sad and disturbing.
Somebody's staying there.
I've always been worried about something like this happening, and then it did. When we walked in here, we took a few steps in the door, and we saw this on the ground.
What the world?
Now, for those who can't figure figure out what that is a body stain.
Yeah.
And you can see right there, there's a walker. So, unfortunately, it seems that the woman who had lived here had taken a bad fall, landed on the floor, and that's where she expired, unfortunately. It's extremely...
Could be a reach, but just because other people have been in this home, and even if somebody found her, they would have moved it's a high chance of possibility. Somebody been in this home. But this could be also where she passed away at, but that doesn't necessarily mean she died because she fell off the cane. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, or, also, this doesn't necessarily mean it's her body.
Yeah, it may not be hers, but it's disturbing if it's somebody else's. It's even more disturbing. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah.
Extremely sad to us. It took us a good 20 minutes to decide what we're going to do here. And, despite it feeling weird, we figured we still need to tell the story because this is a good reminder to everybody that you need to check on your loved ones. It seemed this woman had passed and was laying here for God knows how long before she was found. So check in on your loved ones, guys.
Right in the middle of the hallway, a human body stain can be seen on the floor next to a walker, indicating that the old woman probably had a bad fall and couldn't get up. Sadly, she passed away and her body decomposed before anyone could save her, which is a terrifying way to die. There appear to be signs that the woman's family members tried to sort through her things after she passed away, but overall her various belongings are in perfectly good shape, including her bathroom supplies, which were still there at the time of the recording. It's hard to watch the footage without having conflicting feelings. Even though the house is beautiful and you can easily tell that the woman who lived there with her husband was a talented, outgoing person, it's incredibly sad to see how she met her end. Overall, the footage should serve as a reminder to check in on your loved ones every time you get the chance, because nobody deserves to pass away like that. Since 2020, Ridden with Ryder hasn't gone back to that location.
That would be a good location to go back to, though. Just to see if anything has
changed since the last time you was there. Yeah.
It's crazy, though. Baby, man, y'all spam us up. Y'all let us know y'all thoughts about everything we have came across so far in this video, man. Let us know y'all thoughts. Do y'all feel as though some of these things can be debunked, or it can be you know what I'm saying?
Those things like staged. You think things were staged?
Yeah. Well, I don't think I thought anything was staged. I just thought like maybe some squatters for the most part.
If that's the case, then people still seeing people. It may not be like ghost encounters, but like actual people, humans,
squatters or other adventurers,
or something like that. So technically, you're not debunking it. They did see what they seen. But I guess. Yeah. I guess that one where the light. I guess that I don't know what they thought there probably was, but.
Yeah. I know.
But yeah, anyway.
Hey man, y'all spam us up in the comments. Let us know y'all thoughts about it for us in the comment section down below. But until next time, man, y'all know how it go. I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is
Sierra Nicole.
We are.
We are.
Go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money low.